secretly damaging your body every time you exercise? Millions of seniors are making these 5 critical mistakes, leading to irreversible damage that doctors can't always fix. If you're over 60 and still exercising, I need you to hear this. In the next few minutes, I'm exposing the 5 exercises that are secretly causing the most harm to seniors. Exercises that feel safe, but are leading to things like chronic back pain, torn rotator cuffs, and even fractures. And please, whatever you do, don't skip the last one. It's an exercise so common, you probably did it this week, and it could be the most damaging of all. Let's talk about something nobody really wants to admit. As we get older, our bodies change. Duh, right? But what's surprising is how many of us keep doing the same exercises we did in our 20s and 30s, thinking they're still helping us. The truth? Some of these exercises might be setting you up for injury rather than keeping you healthy. I've seen it time and time again at community centers and gyms across the country. Well-meaning seniors following outdated exercise advice, sometimes from trainers who don't understand the specific needs of aging bodies. It's not their fault. There's so much conflicting information out there. The problem is that as we age, our bones become more brittle, our joints lose cushioning, and our balance isn't what it used to be. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults, with 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 plus falling each year. That's a scary statistic. But what's even scarier is that some common exercises might actually increase your risk. So let's dive into these 5 exercises you need to avoid right now, and more importantly, what you should be doing instead. First up, traditional sit-ups and crunches. I know. Everyone's been told for decades that these are the gold standard for core strength. But here's the thing. For seniors, traditional sit-ups can actually do more harm than good. When you do a sit-up, you're flexing your spine repeatedly, which puts pressure on your intervertebral discs. For younger people with healthy discs, this isn't usually a problem. But for older adults whose discs may have degenerated over time, this repetitive flexion can lead to back pain or even herniated discs. Dr. Stuart McGill, a professor of spine biomechanics at the University of Waterloo, has conducted extensive research showing that repeated spinal flexion can damage spinal discs. He found that the traditional sit-up generates approximately 3,300 newtons, about 740 pounds, of compression on the spine. Think about it this way. Your spine is like a credit card. If you bend it back and forth enough times, eventually it's going to develop weak spots and potentially snap. Not exactly what you want for your backbone. Instead of traditional sit-ups, try planks, bird dog exercises, or dead bugs. These exercises strengthen your core without putting your spine through that damaging flexion. For a modified plank, start on your knees and hold for as long as you can maintain good form, gradually increasing the time as you get stronger. The second exercise to avoid, deep squats with weights. Squats are fantastic for building leg strength, no doubt about it. But deep squats with heavy weights can be problematic for seniors, especially if you have knee or hip issues. When you go into a deep squat with weights, you're putting tremendous pressure on your knee joints. The American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons reports that the force on your knees during a deep squat can be up to 7 times your body weight. For a 150-pound person, that's over 1,000 pounds of pressure on each knee. Plus, as we age, our balance naturally declines. According to a study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, adults over 65 have a 25 to 30% decrease in balance ability compared to younger adults. Add heavy weights to that equation, and you're setting yourself up for a potentially dangerous fall. Instead of deep-weighted squats, try chair squats or wall sits. These exercises strengthen the same muscles without putting as much stress on your joints. For chair squats, simply stand in front of a sturdy chair, lower yourself until you barely touch the seat, then stand back up. As you get stronger, you can use a lower chair or even just hover above it without touching. Third on our list, overhead presses with heavy weights. This exercise might seem harmless, but for seniors, it can be particularly risky for your shoulders and neck. The overhead press puts these tendons in a compromised position, especially when using heavy weights. A study published in the Journal of Shoulder and Elbow Surgery found that adults over 60 have a significantly higher risk of rotator cuff tears during overhead pressing movements. Additionally, many seniors have issues with neck arthritis or cervical spine problems. Instead of heavy overhead presses, Try lateral raises with lighter weights or resistance bands. Start with very light weights, even just a pound or two, and focus on controlled movements rather than heavy lifting. Number 4. Toe touches and standing hamstring stretches. This one surprises many people because stretching is supposed to be good for you, right? Well, not all stretches are created equal, especially for older adults. When you bend forward to touch your toes while standing, you're putting your lower back in a vulnerable position. This movement can strain the lumbar spine and potentially worsen any existing disc issues. For seniors with osteoporosis, this forward flexion can even increase the risk of compression fractures in the spine. A study in the journal Spine found that forward flexion exercises like toe touches can increase intradiscal pressure, which may aggravate existing back conditions or contribute to new ones. Instead of toe touches, try hamstring stretches while lying on your back. Simply lie on your back, lift one leg toward the ceiling, and gently pull it toward you with your hands or a towel around your foot. This stretches the same muscles without compromising your spine. I know what you're thinking, but I've been running for 30 years. It's my favorite exercise. And I get it. Running has amazing cardiovascular benefits, and many people find it mentally therapeutic. But here's the hard truth. The high-impact nature of running on hard surfaces can be particularly tough on aging joints. The cartilage in our knees and hips naturally thins as we age, making it less able to absorb the shock from each foot strike. Think of your joint cartilage like the tread on a tire. When you're young, there's plenty of tread to cushion the impact. But over time, that tread wears down, and each impact becomes more jarring to the underlying structures. This doesn't mean you have to give up cardio altogether. Instead of running on pavement, try walking, swimming, cycling, or using an elliptical machine. These activities provide similar cardiovascular benefits with much less impact on your joints. Now, I want to be clear about something important. I'm not saying seniors shouldn't exercise. Quite the opposite. Regular physical activity is crucial for maintaining health, independence, and quality of life as we age. The World Health Organization recommends that adults over 65 do at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity throughout the week, plus muscle-strengthening activities on 2 or more days a week. It's about working smarter, not necessarily harder. So what should you be doing instead? Focus on exercises that improve balance, flexibility, and functional strength. The kind of strength that helps you with everyday activities like carrying groceries, getting up from a chair, or reaching for something on a high shelf. Some excellent options include 1. Tai Chi. This gentle practice improves balance, flexibility, and mental focus. Water aerobics. The buoyancy of water supports your body weight, reducing stress on joints while still providing resistance for strength training. 5. Walking. It's simple, accessible, and effective. Just make sure you have supportive shoes and walk on safe, even surfaces. Remember, the best exercise program is one that you enjoy and can stick with consistently. The bottom line is that exercise is one of the most powerful tools we have for healthy aging, but it needs to evolve as our bodies change. By avoiding these 5 risky exercises and focusing on safer alternatives, you can stay active, strong, and independent for years to come. Instead, let this knowledge empower you to make smarter choices about how you exercise. Your future self will thank you for it. Want to know the best exercises for seniors? Check out my next video popping on screen now.
Are you over 60? And does getting out of a chair feel a little harder than it used to? Or maybe walking longer distances leaves your legs feeling heavy and tired? If that sounds familiar, please listen carefully. That's not just getting older. It's a quiet signal that your leg muscles are losing strength. And if you ignore it, that weakness can slowly steal your balance, your confidence, and even your independence. But here's the good news. This is not permanent. You can rebuild your leg power safely, right in the comfort of your own home. And it takes much less time than you might think. After we turn 60, our bodies naturally lose about 30% of muscle mass every 10 years. This condition is called sarcopenia, and it's one of the biggest reasons why older adults start to feel unsteady or lose their energy. But here's the hopeful part. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that even short, daily exercises can stop this process and actually reverse it. Think about it. Your legs are the foundation of your entire body. They support your weight, they protect your joints, and they even help your heart pump blood all the way up from your feet. When your leg muscles weaken, your body has to work much harder just to move around. That's why you might feel tired faster, or why you struggle to stand up after sitting for a while. And weak legs don't just make life harder, they significantly increase the risk of falls, stiffness, and even poor circulation. But here's the truth that many people miss. You don't need a gym membership or heavy, complicated workouts to fix this. What you need are small, daily strength signals, the kind your body can respond to naturally and effectively. Let's start right now with one of the simplest and most powerful moves you can do. Go ahead and stand behind a sturdy chair. Hold onto the backrest lightly, just for balance. Now, slowly lift your heels until you're standing on your tiptoes. Feel that gentle tightening in your calves. Pause here for 2 seconds, and then slowly lower your heels back down to the floor. That's 1 repetition. I want you to aim for 10 of these every morning. This little move, called the heel raise, does so much. It strengthens your calves, your ankles, and the tiny muscles that are crucial for your balance. It also improves blood flow throughout your body and helps your brain stay alert by boosting oxygen circulation. In studies on adults over 60, doing this simple exercise daily improved leg power by nearly 30% in just 4 weeks. Imagine that. When you're ready for the next step, let's add the sit to stand. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair. Place your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart, and cross your arms over your chest. Now, using only your leg power, stand up slowly, no pushing with your hands. Then, just as gently, sit back down. Let's try for 5 repetitions. It might sound incredibly simple, but this one exercise trains your thighs, your hips, and your core balance muscles all at once. The very muscles you need for walking with confidence and climbing stairs with ease. Remember, you don't have to rush. Start with just a few reps a day and slowly build up as you feel stronger. Your goal is to make these movements a part of your morning routine, just like brushing your teeth. Now, let's talk about something many people forget. Food. Your muscles need protein to rebuild and get stronger after you exercise them. If you move your body but don't eat enough of the right fuel, your muscles won't recover properly, and you'll just end up feeling more fatigued. So, after your short exercise routine, try to have something rich in protein. It could be a glass of milk, some eggs, a cup of yogurt, or even some tofu or lentils. Even a small amount makes a huge difference in how your body responds to the work you're putting in. And please remember this. Walking is fantastic, but it's not enough on its own. Walking is great for your heart health, but it doesn't challenge your muscles enough to make them grow stronger. That's why these short, targeted strength moves are so important. They train your body to stay stable, and that stability is what protects you from devastating falls. So what can you expect? After about 1 week of doing this, you might notice your legs starting to feel a little lighter. After 2 weeks, you'll likely notice better control and less effort when standing up from a chair. And by 4 weeks, you'll feel steadier on your feet, stronger and more confident with every single step you take. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. Even just 5 minutes a day creates profound change, but only if you stay regular. Think of your muscles like a savings account. Every single movement you make is a deposit. The more often you move, the more strength you store up for the future. But if you skip too many days, you start to lose what you've so carefully built. So if you've been feeling slower, a bit unsteady, or weaker than you'd like, your body isn't asking for more rest, it's asking for movement. Gentle, daily movement that tells your muscles, stay alive, stay active, we've still got things to do. Strong legs mean freedom. They mean walking wherever you want to go, doing the things you love and living life on your own terms. You are not too old to rebuild them. You just need to start. So today, I invite you to stand behind that chair. Do your heel raises, then do your sit to stands. Fuel your body with good, protein-rich food, and then Do it all again tomorrow. Because strength isn't built overnight. It's built every single morning you decide to move. Never ignore weak legs. They are not a sign of aging. They are a reminder that your body still wants to be strong. And with just a few minutes each day, you can help it do exactly that. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on staying strong and active at any age. We'll see you in the next video.